A number of different harmful chemicals and toxic components have been found in toys and canned food in a number of US discount stores. Stores that you might well shop at. They're very common. Stores like Dollar Tree and Five Below. We'll get to that. Let's show you some of the products that were found to have these harmful chemicals. You have Minnie Mouse kid-safe headphones. Disney trying to corrupt our youth, as they say. Anyway, you've got shredded white chicken, Pop Weaver extra butter popcorn. Oh God, I love microwave popcorn. I'm gonna have to look into this. But there's a very good chance that you've shopped at one of these stores. Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, 99-cent only stores, Five Below, Dollar General. I know that these are common in LA. They're pretty common around the country. And what this is about is that researchers looked into hundreds of different products and tried to find what potentially harmful chemicals they might have in them. So they looked at 5 different retailers. They looked for things like lead, byproducts of plastic, phthalates, which we've talked about on the show before. They found them in 120 of 226 products. That is more than half had at least one chemical of concern, as it's called. That includes baby toys, the aforementioned Disney-themed headphones. They found lead and things that theoretically can contribute to higher levels of cancer, specifically in childhood. Products like fake teeth had PVCs in it, endocrine disrupting chemicals, things that can harm reproductive and cognitive development. And all of these, of course, are not good to consume or touch at any point in your life, but particularly for kids. These are common, cheap products that many people might be consuming. Morgan, what do you think about this?
Yeah, and a lot of these companies enter markets and then push out some smaller grocery stores that might be available, or independently owned grocery stores, and then they become a monopolist of the area. And then what do monopolists do? Well, they prey on their customers and their competitors. And this is an example of that. I mean, putting people, and these are usually in areas with folks earning lower incomes, less healthy products, dangerous chemical products. I mean, yeah, it's this is why we need to have stronger enforcement of our antitrust laws and increased competition so that we can push these types of players out of the market and have, healthy products available for everyone.
Exactly, yeah. And you can have multiple layers of regulations on the actual products themselves to make sure that these harmful chemicals and toxic things aren't in there in the first place, but that also that you are not effectively required to shop here.
Right.
Like to jump ahead a little bit, apologies to the director, I might jump around. There are more dollar stores in the US than Walmarts right now. And as Morgan was alluding to, they have a similar sort of effect on the local landscape of companies. They're there and they push out mom and pop shops, which might have less unified products. They're generally concentrated in low income areas and communities of color. They remain an affordable option specifically for groceries and household items. So for some people, you might get your food from one of these stores rather than from a grocery store if grocery stores aren't available or if this is cheaper. And so it's bad no matter who is consuming these products, but the fact that the lower on the socioeconomic ladder you might be, the more likely it is that you'll consume these things, and that it could have a lifelong deleterious effect on your children's health. That is really disgusting, and this deserves a greater look. Great job by the scientists and places like the Guardian that are reporting on this, but this deserves a government a level of regulation, actually looking into this and making sure that something's done.
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
Yeah, no, and I just say, I mean, sometimes a lot of people ask me like, oh, what can be done at the federal level? And it's not always the most, innovative or sexy idea to be just doing investigations and enforcing the law, but that's a lot of what the federal government should be doing. And we've had lapses, at times in some of that regulation. And this clearly is, I agree, a call for further investigation.
I agree. Squad, get on it. Let's get a look at this. Let's get the CEO of Dollar General to testify before Congress. Katie Porter dispatched the whiteboard. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.